Hello, all in Innovation by Design Summer 2026. My name is Justin Shepke, and I am really excited to work together this term. This course is really exciting, and I'm really excited to go into the details of it here in this video. A few things I'll share. I'll give a little bio on myself, but then before that, a few details. First detail is this. I will be recording videos throughout the course of the semester. There will be one video for each assignment and one video for each module. I'm going to do my very best to keep these videos as short and concise as possible. This is not my first rodeo with online courses, so I'm pretty familiar with the idea that if I record a 30-minute video, and I've been a student myself, so a 30-minute video, it can be hard to find the important information in a long video. So I'm going to do my best to keep like 2, 3, 4-minute videos, and probably this video will be the longest of the entire course. I'm going to try to keep it concise too. But a little bit of background on me. My name is Justin Shepke. Again, I am the Entrepreneurship Programs Manager at the Dave Valera and Kawanui School of Entrepreneurship at FGCU. That is, I manage the Runway program and our other programs within the school. You probably heard about the Runway program. If this is something you might be interested in, this is the equity-free seed funding business incubator that we have on campus. A really unique opportunity, and if you're at all interested in that, I really encourage every entrepreneurship student to participate in that in at least one semester. So reach out to me on there. I have worked in software. I have published apps to the app stores, Google Play and Apple App Store. I've worked in service businesses and a little bit in physical product businesses. So this course is really exciting, where we're going to be going through essentially from a bird's eye view. What we're going to do is this. You pick a problem. You can change the problem throughout the semester, but we'll pick a problem. We'll then go to test a service-based solution to that problem. Then we'll test a software-based solution to that problem. And finally, we'll test a physical product solution to that problem. When we do this in person, in the past, we've done in teams. There are pros and cons to that. I find this to be a much more valuable course when we do it not in teams. When we do it not in teams, that way you're able to pick whatever it is that you have the greatest interest in. So depending on how far it is you want to dig into the materials in this course, I am here to help and be a resource. My goal overall is to be a resource to you and your entrepreneurial ventures. I have been teaching courses for, this is I think the 5th or 6th time that I've taught this course. I've been teaching for a few years as an adjunct professor, in addition to being the Runway program manager and programs manager. Like I said, I'm very excited with this course. I'm going to be recording those short videos. In this video, I'll do a little bit of a walkthrough of our syllabus. And then for the important details on week 1, you're going to want to watch the week 1 overview video, which I'll publish soon. So start here. What you're missing here, what you'll see soon, is actually a link to this video. It will be the first thing after the Watch Me header. Syllabus. So 10 weeks. This course is 10 weeks. So we have 16 weeks worth of material to do in 10 weeks, but don't let that worry you, because it is a really enjoyable course. I've got nothing but good feedback on this course and our required reading. So that, having mentioned that, the required reading is the Designing Your Life journal. We have 2 entries a week for the first few weeks, and then 1 entry a week after that. This is a discussion board, but it's not the kind of discussion board where you need to reply to others. So there is no worrying about picking 2 classmates and responding to them. All you have to do is post your own submission. So a link to that is available here, also in the Start Here module. So when I go here, I can go right to Amazon. Kindle, I'll get it immediately, and I kind of recommend doing that. You don't have to have a Kindle, right? You can download it and view it on your computer. That's what a lot of students end up doing. Or if you do the hardcover, you can get it with Prime in 2 days, or free delivery. It takes just a couple days. But that first 2 submissions for that are going to be due on May 17th. So that is the end of this first week. So we got to get that right away. First things first. Okay. And again, I'm going to do my best to keep these videos short. So therefore, I'm not going to go through every single detail in the syllabus. So feel very encouraged to read through it deeply and get back and with any questions that you might have. The weighting is composed of the following. At the end of the semester, we'll do a final video presentation. The reading discussions is exactly what I just mentioned, the Designing Your Life Journal. There are 12 entries total for that, equates 25% of the grade. Weekly deliverables is 35%, and module projects is 30%. We have 3 big module projects, so each one of them is 10%. One will be that service MVP, one will be the software MVP, and one will be the physical product MVP. I think we're all familiar with MVP, but MVP is minimum viable product, prototype, but that will also be reiterated in the course. Here's the grading scale. No plus minuses, just A, B, C, D. You need at least a 70% to pass. To receive credit, that is. The 3 credit hours. The last day to add drop is June 22nd, deadline at 5 p.m. on that day. If you are below a 70 before that point, we definitely want to meet because it's basically that's the point of no return. The same thing for every class. Asynchronous attendance policy. So it's important to engage in campus discussions and activities and so forth. Again, I'll let you read all of this. Here's the meat and potatoes of the course. So in Canvas right now, you'll see week 1 is available. Week 2 is not yet available. My goal is going to be to, this first week, add more modules. So you should hopefully have access to, I'd say maybe 2 weeks in advance. The issue with this course is that because it will make sense when we get into it, but because we're doing the testing of different prototypes, we actually do need some time. So you can work ahead. And in fact, I'm going to give you a couple pointers on if that is you and you want to work ahead on how it is that you can do that. But for the most part, we do need to take some time in order to be able to give a thorough college effort, thorough test of all these different prototypes. Again, we're going to do one service, one software, and one physical product. And those are marked like here. So you see these dark blue, that is our service. You see these red, that is our software kind of module kind of time. And then physical product, and then that last week, the final video presentation. Okay. This will be one that we come back to later. But there's the very last week, that 10th week is a slightly short week where everything has to be due on that Saturday, the 18th. The idea there is everything else throughout the entire semester always is due on Sunday. So just because it's due on Sunday does not mean that you have to, does not mean that you have to wait till Sunday to do it. You can do it any time. But the idea is that any content is made available at latest on Monday. And it's then due the following Sunday. So for any assignment, you have 1 full week to do. Okay, that is the maximum amount of time, and that's the only reason for doing Sunday night submissions. And again, it's not that you need to submit it on Sunday, it's just that is the due date. That way you have a full week to be able to do each assignment. Okay, if you have any questions, of course, reach out to me. I'm here to help and be a resource. So speaking of working ahead, so if you would like to begin even this first week working ahead, what is available now is the Designing Your Life journals. So if I go to the discussions tab, I can find the first 2 are here. And really all of those should be available. So I'll double check to make sure that those are all available, but you will be able to work ahead with the Designing Your Life journals. I don't expect anyone to necessarily get too far ahead in this first week, but this is something that would be available to you for sure. Okay. Yeah, and if you have any questions whatsoever, feel free to reach out. What you're going to end up seeing here in each module is an overview, assignment walkthroughs, and then throughout, probably some that are titled like lecture. The idea there being is that we will have some slideshows and they will become very valuable. So you want to watch all of them. And I'm going to do my best to keep them as short as possible. So again, I see this is what they look like now. This content will become available on Monday, May 18th, and so forth for the following modules. But right now is to focus on the first module. So that first thing, get that book, do the attendance verification survey. Of course, this is tied to financial aid. You hear it in all your entrepreneurship courses. And then assignment number 2, empathy. And so in the discussions. Okay, so again, there's going to be a video overview for Module 1 and the assignment walkthroughs. So again, I am excited to work with you guys this summer. I went pretty quick here, but that's okay. The goal is to keep these nice and short. Please reach out. I'm happy to be a resource to you in your entrepreneurial ventures. Let's have a great summer. Wings up, go Eagles.